Welcome to part 1 of the brand new 5-part series, all about narrative, the single most underrated skill in trading. Over these 5 videos, I'm going to teach you everything you need to read what the market is actually telling you, so you stop guessing and start trading with conviction. And we're kicking off with CRT. Candle range theory, the framework that completely changed how I read narrative. Stick around because I've also got something big to share about PU Prime later in the video. So let's get into it. Quick thing before we dive into the charts. I'm using the PU Prime web trader for all of this. It runs straight in the browser, no downloads, no installs, just clean drawing tools, fast execution. It's what I use for all my chart analysis, so that's what you'll be seeing across a whole series. So let's get into it. So candle range theory, CRT. At its core, it's dead simple. Every candle has a range, a high, a low, and a body. And what CRT teaches you is the market is constantly cycling through 3 phases on any given candle. So you've got accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Accumulation is when price builds up inside the range. Manipulation is when price perks outside the range to grab liquidity, usually the wick. And distribution is the actual move, the real direction after the manipulation is done. So once you see the cycle, you stop chasing wicks and you start trading what the market is actually doing. If trading feels confusing or inconsistent, it might not be your efforts. It might just be a lack of clear direction. Let me introduce the Signaler.com, a signal service focused on delivering precise, well-structured trade ideas without all the unnecessary noise. With the Signaler, you get carefully prepared trade setups, exact entry points, take profit and stop loss levels, and straight to the point market insights that actually make sense. Every signal is built around discipline and proper risk control. There's no exaggeration and no overtrading, just calculated opportunities based on real analysis. And if you want to see the quality for yourself, they offer a 7-day free trial, so you can test the signals before making any commitment. Stay focused, follow structure, trade with a plan. Try the Signaler.com today. Now, let's get back to the video. So this is where you can use CRT as a narrative, and this works on any time frame. And basically it's a 3 candle pattern. It could even happen in 2, but for this example, candle number 1 is this bearish candle, and this is the candle range. So you mark out the high, you mark out the low. That is your range. That is candle 1. Candle number 2 is your manipulation candle. You can see the price comes down, wicks through, the body sets back inside the range. That is confirmation of the manipulation. So candle number 1 gives you the range, candle number 2 gives you the manipulation, and candle number 3 gives you the distribution. You can see now already candle number 3 is in play, and the target is this CRT high. This is the CRT candle, candle number 1. So this can work on any time frame, and it can give you a really good indication of direction. So let's say you jump over to the daily time frame and you see this candle here, and then you see candle 2. You know that your bias for that day will be pushing up to take the CRT high, and you can see these patterns are absolutely everywhere. Okay, so look again here, candle number 1, draw out the range. So that's candle number 1, the CRT low, CRT high. This is accumulation. We didn't take either side. Candle number 2 is a manipulation candle. You can see we wicked up, the body closed in. Candle number 3 distributed to the low. So when this second candle here set, I knew that my bias was then bearish. I wanted to come down here. So you would look at lower time frame entries down, and these patterns are absolutely everywhere. You can see it again here. Candle number 1, which is this one right here. So you've got the low, you've got the high, You've got candle number 2. This did wick above. You can kind of see it here. And the body set back inside. So manipulation confirmed. Candle number 3, you knew that we were going to push down to hit the low of the CRT candle. That is how you can kind of gauge your direction and your narrative. So here you have 2 prime examples of CRT for direction, and this is a daily time frame. So candle number 1 is your range, this bullish candle here. Draw it out. You get candle number 1, the range. Candle number 2 manipulates, set back inside. So on this day, on the 30th of April, I knew that I would want to be looking for sell trades down to the low. So not only do you have your narrative, you have your target as well. Then we look at the next CRT. We have this candle right here. Candle number 1 is this big bearish candle. Candle number 2 manipulates. So we know on this 3rd day, we're going to be looking for buys. And obviously this carried over a few days, but the premise is the same. You have your narrative, you have your direction, and you have your target. It is that simple. Right, now a quick mention. PU Prime have been running World Cup themed content recently, which is brilliant if you're a trader who likes a bit of competition. I've done a full breakdown video on what's going on there. Link is in the description, so go check it out after this. There's some genuinely good stuff going on. It's well worth a look. Now, one other thing for me when I was learning to trade CRT, obviously you're on the demo accounts and then building your way up to making money. Now, if you only have a small amount of capital to invest and you want to see something tick over, PU Prime do have a copy trading section. So this is where you can copy other traders. And basically what you do is you say, if you have $100, you would put $100 to copy a trader's trade. And the way that works is you just put $100 on and it will mirror the trades that they take. So let's say we want to trade with Caroline, and you see that she's taken a total of 304 trades, 74% strike rate. She trades gold, SP500 and silver, and you can just see sort of her track record is pretty steady, to be fair. And if you wanted to just look at other people, this has 981 copiers. In the last 7 days, she's added 10 copiers. It shows the settlement frequency, average holding time in hours, and trades per week. And if you wanted to just get in, you just click copy. And then you can decide how much you want to put in it. So if you wanted to put $100, you put $100 in, right? And this is stop loss, right? So this is your margin. This is what would kick you out of copying Carolyn if she went over that margin. So I would have to lose $65 for myself to be kicked off Carolyn's account. But in terms of the profit, you can take the set profit amount. So when it reaches, you can start taking that out. You've got your lot roundup, copy open trades. And then once you're happy with all the settings, you just click submit and boom, you're then copying Carolyn's trades with your $100. You don't have to do anything. Just sit back and watch your money grow. So quick recap. CRT gives you accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Mark the high and low of the previous higher time frame candle. Wait for the sweep. Then trade the real move in the opposite direction. That's your narrative for the day. In the next video, part 2 of the series, we're moving on to swing points and external range liquidity, and how they layer on top of CRT to give you even sharper narratives. You don't want to miss it. So smash the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in part 2.